Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine holding a life of unimaginable wealth in your hands, not in some distant future, but as if it already exists. Feel the texture of that life, the freedom, the ease, the joy it brings. This is not wishful thinking, it is the power that transforms lives. We live in a world where reality constantly demands our attention, chaining us to what is visible and measurable. But the truth is, the visible is only a reflection of the invisible. The wealth you seek will never arrive if you anchor your mind solely in what is. Instead, to become super rich, you must shift your focus from reality to the unseen, to the vision of the life you desire. The first step is to understand this: the outer world is nothing but a mirror of your inner state. If you see lack, it's because your inner dialogue echoes with scarcity. If you see limitation, it's because your imagination has not been allowed to roam free. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you summon by aligning your inner consciousness with abundance. Your present circumstances are only shadows of your past beliefs. To change them, stop giving energy to what you see and begin to focus on what you desire. Imagine vividly that you are already wealthy. How do you feel? How do you act? What does your life look like? Immerse yourself in that feeling until it becomes more real to you than the world around you. It is not enough to hope or want, you must embody the certainty that it already is. Doubt is the language of limitation. The moment you allow doubt to seep in, you reinforce the reality you're trying to escape. The path to wealth is a narrow one because it requires unyielding faith. Guard your mind as you would a treasure chest, allowing no thought of failure or scarcity to take root. When you plant a seed, do you dig it up every day to check if it's growing? No, you trust the process, knowing the seed will sprout in due time. Wealth works the same way. Your job is not to figure out how it will come. Your job is to align yourself with the feeling of already having it, trusting that the invisible forces of creation will arrange the rest. Words carry immense power. Speak about your wealth as though it's already yours. Declare it with conviction, even if the outer world hasn't caught up yet. When you say, "I am wealthy," you are not lying to yourself. You are commanding reality to align with your vision. Gratitude is the bridge between desire and manifestation. Be thankful not for what you have now, but for the wealth you know is on its way. When you live in gratitude, you tell the universe, "I trust you. I know you've already delivered my riches." And in that trust, miracles unfold. The moments before sleep are sacred. As you drift into unconsciousness, your mind is most impressionable. Visualize your wealthy life just before sleep, feeling the joy and security it brings. This practice sows seeds of abundance deep into your subconscious, where they will grow and bear fruit. Wealth is not a destination, it is a state of being. It is not reserved for a select few, it is available to anyone who dares to claim it. The key is to stop reacting to what is and start creating what will be. Shift your focus away from reality, not to escape it, but to reshape it. In the unseen lies the foundation of all visible wealth. Dare to believe, dare to feel, and dare to claim the riches that are already yours. The world will follow your lead, for creation begins not in action but in imagination. Wealth is not elusive. It is not a privilege granted to a select few. It is a state of consciousness, a mindset, a decision. To possess wealth outwardly, you must first possess it inwardly. It is not achieved through hard labor alone or through mere luck. It is a deliberate act of shifting your focus, a mastery of the unseen forces that govern reality. You are not at the mercy of external circumstances, for the power to change them lies entirely within you. Do not allow the noise of the external world to distract you from the truth. What you see with your physical eyes is not the ultimate reality. It is a reflection, a projection of the beliefs and feelings you hold deep within. If you look around and see lack, it is only because lack has found a place in your consciousness. If you see struggle, it is because struggle has become the story you tell yourself. But just as easily as you created these conditions, you can uncreate them and replace them with abundance. The key lies in mastering your imagination, for imagination is the foundation of creation. When you imagine wealth vividly and consistently, you activate a creative power that begins to mold the world around you to match your vision. Close your eyes and picture the life you desire, not as something distant or uncertain, but as something real, something present, something inevitable. Feel the joy of having it now. Feel the freedom, the security, the excitement of unlimited possibilities. The more you dwell in this state, the more real it becomes, until eventually the outer world has no choice but to align itself with your inner reality. Do not underestimate the power of feeling. It is not enough to think about wealth, you must feel it. Your emotions are the language through which you communicate with the infinite. When you feel wealthy, even if your bank account tells a different story, you are sending a signal to the universe that this is your truth. The universe, impartial and obedient, responds by rearranging circumstances to reflect that truth. This is not magic, it is law. What you feel, you attract. What you dwell upon, you become. But here lies the challenge the present moment often screams for attention. It demands that you focus on what is rather than what could be. Bills must be paid, obligations met, and hardships endured. Yet if you allow these temporary conditions to dominate your focus, you only perpetuate them. The secret is to live in the world yet not be of it. To see the circumstances before you but refuse to accept them as permanent. To acknowledge the present while steadfastly believing in the vision of your future. Every moment you are faced with a choice. Will you let the evidence of your senses dictate your beliefs, or will you let your beliefs dictate the evidence of your senses? Choose wisely, for one path leads to stagnation and the other leads to transformation. When you shift your focus away from what is and toward what will be, you set a process in motion that cannot be stopped. You have planted the seed of wealth, and as long as you nurture it with faith and persistence, it must grow. Faith is the cornerstone of this process. Faith is not hope, it is certainty. It is knowing, without a shadow of a doubt, that your vision will become reality. When you have faith, you do not need to see immediate results to know that progress is being made. Just as the farmer trusts that the seed he plants will one day yield a harvest, so too must you trust that your vision of wealth will manifest. Doubt is the enemy of creation. To doubt is to dig up the seed before it has had a chance to grow. Guard your mind against doubt, for it has the power to undo all the work you have done. In this journey, patience is your ally. The outer world often takes time to catch up with your inner transformation. This is not a sign of failure, but a natural part of the process. Do not let impatience derail you. Persist in your imagination, no matter how long it takes. The longer you hold the vision, the stronger it becomes, and the more inevitable its manifestation. Remember, the wealth you seek is not outside of you. It is within you, waiting to be claimed. The circumstances of your life do not determine your wealth, your consciousness does. Change your consciousness, and your circumstances must follow. This is not a theory or a philosophy, it is a law, as reliable as gravity. When you align yourself with the feeling of already being wealthy, the universe responds with opportunities, ideas and resources that bring your vision to life. One of the most powerful tools you have is your words. Speak as though your wealth is already a reality. Declare it with confidence, not as something you hope for, but as something you know to be true. Words are not just sounds, they are commands that shape the fabric of reality. When you say, "I am wealthy," you are not pretending or deceiving yourself. You are affirming the truth of your inner vision, and in doing so, you are calling it into existence. Gratitude is another key to unlocking wealth. Be grateful, not only for what you have, but for what you are becoming. Gratitude creates a powerful vibration that attracts more of what you appreciate. When you give thanks for your wealth, even before it has appeared in physical form, you create a state of receptivity that allows it to flow into your life. Gratitude is the language of abundance. Use it often and watch how your reality begins to shift. Nighttime offers a unique opportunity to reinforce your vision. As you drift off to sleep, your mind is in a state of heightened receptivity. Use this time to imagine your wealthy life in vivid detail. See yourself living in the home of your dreams, traveling to the places you've always wanted to visit, sharing your abundance with those you love. Feel the emotions of gratitude and joy, as though it is all happening now. This practice imprints your vision onto your subconscious mind, which then works tirelessly to bring it to fruition. Persist in this work, even when the outer world shows no immediate signs of change. The process of creation takes time, and the greatest transformations often happen beneath the surface, invisible to the eye. Do not let appearances discourage you. Hold steadfast to your vision, knowing that it is already on its way. Reality must conform to the beliefs you hold with conviction. This is not a possibility, it is a certainty. Wealth is your birthright, but it is not something that can be claimed through effort alone. It must first be claimed in consciousness. The world will try to convince you otherwise. It will tell you that you must work harder, sacrifice more, and settle for less. Do not listen to these voices. They speak from ignorance, not truth. The truth is that you are the creator of your reality, and wealth is yours for the taking when you align yourself with its frequency. Let your imagination be your guide. Let your feelings be your compass. Let your faith be your foundation. When you shift your focus away from the limitations of reality and toward the boundless possibilities of your vision, you unlock a power within you that is greater than any obstacle, greater than any challenge, greater than any circumstance. You become a magnet for wealth, a creator of abundance, a master of your destiny. The power of your focus determines the trajectory of your life. Where your attention flows, energy goes, and where energy flows, creation happens. To become super rich, you must discipline your mind to dwell not on what is lacking, but on what is abundant. This practice of shifting focus is not an escape from reality, but a deliberate act of creation. You are not ignoring the world as it appears, you are transcending it, seeing through the illusion of limitation to the infinite abundance that lies beneath. You must cultivate a vision of wealth so vivid and so compelling that it becomes more real to you than the physical circumstances surrounding you. Every day, revisit this vision. Engage with it fully. Hear the sounds, see the sights, and feel the textures of your imagined reality. When you walk, walk with the confidence of someone who has already achieved great success. When you speak, speak with the authority of one who knows their worth. By embodying this state of mind, you transform your entire being into a vessel ready to receive abundance. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, whispering that your dreams are too big or that your circumstances are too dire. Recognize these thoughts for what they are: remnants of an old mindset that no longer serves you. Do not fight them or resist them. Instead, gently redirect your focus back to your vision. The more you do this, the weaker those doubts become, until they fade into the background, replaced by the certainty of your success. It is essential to guard your mind against negativity. The world is filled with voices that will try to convince you that wealth is difficult to achieve, that opportunities are scarce, or that you are undeserving. These are lies born of fear and ignorance. Do not let them take root in your consciousness. Instead, surround yourself with positive influences, books, people, and environments that uplift and inspire you. Create a sanctuary in your mind where only thoughts of abundance and possibility are allowed to enter. As you continue this journey, you will notice changes not just in your external circumstances, but in your internal state. You will feel lighter, freer, more confident. This is a sign that you are aligning with the energy of abundance. Embrace this feeling. Let it guide you in your actions, decisions, and interactions. When you operate from a place of abundance, you naturally attract opportunities that resonate with that energy. You find yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, and encountering the right ideas. Wealth is not a solitary pursuit. It is a flow, a circulation of energy that touches the lives of many. As you step into your abundance, remember to share it freely. Give generously, not out of obligation, but out of joy. When you give, you reinforce the belief that there is always more than enough. This creates a cycle of giving and receiving that multiplies your wealth many times over. Generosity is not a drain on your resources, it is a catalyst for greater abundance. Your imagination is the workshop of the soul, the place where all great achievements begin. Use it wisely. Do not squander it on idle fantasies or fearful thoughts. Instead, channel it into the creation of your ideal life. Imagine not just wealth, but also the impact you will make, the lives you will touch, and the legacy you will leave behind. Let this vision inspire you to take bold, decisive action. Each step you take in alignment with your vision brings you closer to its realization. The journey to wealth is as much about personal growth as it is about financial gain. As you expand your consciousness to include greater abundance, you will discover strengths and talents you never knew you had. You will become more resourceful, more resilient, and more attuned to the opportunities around you. This is the true wealth, the ability to create, adapt, and thrive no matter the circumstances. Money is simply a reflection of this inner richness. The process of becoming super rich is not a straight line. There will be setbacks, detours, and challenges along the way. But these are not obstacles, they are opportunities for growth. Each challenge you face is a chance to reaffirm your commitment to your vision. Do not view these moments as failures, but as stepping stones on the path to success. With each challenge you overcome, you grow stronger, more focused, and more capable of handling even greater abundance. The laws of the universe are unchanging. What you focus on expands. What you feel, you attract. What you believe, you become. These are not mere words, but principles that govern the fabric of reality. Align yourself with these laws, and there is no limit to what you can achieve. Do not wait for the perfect moment to begin, for the perfect moment is now. Start where you are, with what you have, and trust that everything else will fall into place. The wealth you desire is already yours. It exists in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it. All that is required is a shift in focus, a realignment of your thoughts and feelings with the frequency of abundance. Do not let appearances deceive you. What you see is not all that there is. Beneath the surface lies a limitless field of potential, ready to be shaped by your imagination and will. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are a creator, a master of your destiny. Let this truth guide you as you move forward. Live each day as though your wealth has already manifested. Act with confidence, speak with authority, and think with clarity. The more you embody the state of being rich, the faster it becomes your reality. This is not a matter of if but when. Hold your vision, trust the process, and know that your success is inevitable. You are destined for greatness, and nothing can stand in your way. The universe is conspiring in your favor, ready to deliver the abundance you so richly deserve. Your destiny is shaped by the thoughts you persistently entertain. If you continually see yourself in lack, your world will mirror that lack. But if you shift your focus to abundance, to the life of unimaginable wealth and joy that you desire, then your reality must align with that focus. This is not wishful thinking, it is the law. The unseen powers that govern this universe respond not to your words or hopes, but to the deep convictions of your heart. You must take this truth and live it. Walk through each day as if you have already attained the wealth you seek. Feel the security it brings, the freedom it provides, and the joy it offers. These feelings are the currency of creation. They carry the blueprint of your desires into the fabric of reality. Every time you feel grateful for a life of abundance, even if it has not yet materialized in the physical realm, you are planting seeds that will inevitably grow into your experience. Do not concern yourself with the how. The path to your riches is not your concern. Your task is to focus on the end, to live in the fulfillment of your desire, as if it were already true. The how is the work of the unseen forces that respond to your belief. Trust this process. Doubt is the only thing that can delay your progress. If doubts arise, do not fight them. Acknowledge them, and then gently return your focus to your vision. Consistency is your greatest ally. Your wealth will come through avenues you cannot predict. It may arrive as a sudden opportunity, an inspired idea, or a chance meeting. Be open to these signs and act on them with confidence. When you move in alignment with your vision, you will find that doors open effortlessly, resources appear, and circumstances rearrange themselves to support your success. This is not coincidence, it is the manifestation of your focus and belief. Money is energy, and like all energy, it flows where it is invited and stays where it is valued. To attract wealth, you must cultivate a mindset of respect and appreciation for money. See it not as something to be hoarded or feared, but as a tool for creation and contribution. When you use money with purpose and gratitude, you create a flow that brings even more into your life. This flow is infinite, as long as you remain aligned with the energy of abundance. Every moment is an opportunity to affirm your wealth. Your words, thoughts, and actions must all align with the life you are creating. Speak only of prosperity, think only of possibility, and act as if your wealth is already here. This alignment creates a powerful resonance that draws your vision into reality. It is not enough to wish for wealth, you must embody it. Be the person who is already rich, and the world will reflect that truth back to you. Imagine for a moment that you are an artist, and your life is the canvas. Your thoughts are the brushstrokes, your feelings the colors, and your actions the composition. What masterpiece are you creating? Are you painting a picture of scarcity and struggle, or one of abundance and joy? The choice is yours. You have the power to create anything you desire. All it takes is a shift in focus, a decision to see beyond the limitations of the present and into the limitless possibilities of the future. The world around you is not fixed. It is fluid, malleable, and responsive to your inner state. When you change your focus, you change the world. This is why it is so important to guard your thoughts and feelings. Do not let the negativity of others or the challenges of life distract you from your vision. Stay committed, stay focused, and stay inspired. Your persistence will pay off, and the wealth you seek will become your reality. This journey is not without its tests. There will be times when circumstances seem to contradict your vision, when the evidence of the senses tempts you to abandon your belief. These moments are not setbacks, they are opportunities to strengthen your faith. When you remain steadfast in your focus, even in the face of apparent lack, you demonstrate the power of your conviction. And it is this unwavering belief that moves mountains and creates miracles. You are not limited by your past, your circumstances, or your current resources. These are but fleeting conditions, subject to change the moment you shift your focus. Do not dwell on what has been or what is. Instead, fix your gaze firmly on what will be. The future is yours to create, and it begins now, in this moment, with the thoughts you choose to think and the feelings you choose to feel. Make them count. Your imagination is your greatest asset. It is the tool through which you shape your reality. Use it wisely. Spend time each day visualizing your ideal life in vivid detail. See yourself living in the home of your dreams, driving the car you desire, traveling to the places that inspire you. Feel the joy, the freedom, and the gratitude of having it all. This is not a mere exercise, it is a rehearsal for the life that is coming to you. As you continue to focus on your vision, you will notice subtle shifts in your world. These are the first signs of your manifestation taking form. Celebrate them, no matter how small they may seem. Each shift is a confirmation that your focus is working, that your belief is creating change. Let these signs fuel your confidence and strengthen your commitment to your vision. The wealth you desire is not just for you. It is a gift to be shared, a blessing to be multiplied. When you give from a place of abundance, you affirm the truth of your wealth. Giving is not a loss, it is an expansion. The more you give, the more you receive, for in the act of giving, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. Let your wealth be a source of joy and inspiration to others, a testament to the power of focus and belief. You are more powerful than you know. Within you lies the ability to create a life of unimaginable wealth and joy. All it takes is a shift in focus, a decision to see beyond the limitations of the present and into the infinite possibilities of the future. Trust in this power, use it wisely, and know that the wealth you seek is already yours, waiting for you to claim it. Every thought, every feeling, every action you take in alignment with this truth brings you closer to the life you desire. You are the creator of your reality, the master of your destiny, and the architect of your dreams. Embrace this truth and let it guide you to the abundance that is your birthright. When you allow your inner vision to take precedence over the outer reality, you enter a realm where anything becomes possible. This is not escapism, it is mastery. To shift your focus away from the constraints of what is and immerse yourself in the creative power of what can be is to wield the same force that brought the universe into being. You align yourself with the essence of creation itself, and in doing so you summon the resources, opportunities, and experiences necessary to fulfill your desires. There will be those who question this approach, who insist on clinging to the tangible, the measurable, and the observable. They may call your dreams unrealistic or your focus impractical. But understand this, the reality they hold so tightly to is but a reflection of their own limited beliefs. Do not let their doubts become your doubts. Stand firm in your conviction, for the power within you is greater than any opinion or circumstance. Each day you must act as the person you wish to become. This means more than visualizing your desires, it means living them in your mind and actions. Dress, speak, and carry yourself as though you are already wealthy. Let your attitude and demeanor reflect the abundance you know is yours. This is not pretension, it is preparation. You are aligning your external actions with your internal state, creating a harmony that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. You will find that as you embody this new identity, the world begins to respond differently to you. People will see the confidence in your stride, the certainty in your voice, and the vision in your eyes. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will come knocking at your door. This is not luck or coincidence, it is the inevitable outcome of living in alignment with your vision. The universe cannot help but match the energy you project. Remember, you are not chasing wealth, you are attracting it. Chasing implies lack, a belief that what you desire is separate from you. Attraction, on the other hand, is a recognition that wealth is already yours in essence, awaiting your alignment to bring it into form. This subtle but profound shift in perspective changes everything. When you stop seeking and start embodying, you move from a state of striving to one of receiving. Gratitude is a powerful force in this process. Even before your wealth appears in tangible form, give thanks for it as though it is already here. Gratitude is the language of abundance, a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. When you feel grateful, you create a vibration that resonates with the wealth you desire, drawing it into your experience. Begin and end each day with gratitude, not just for what you have, but for what you know is on its way. Do not underestimate the power of persistence. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when the evidence of your senses seems to contradict your vision. In these moments, return to the truth of your inner world. Reaffirm your focus and remind yourself that the outer reality is merely a reflection of past thoughts and beliefs. It is in these moments of challenge that your faith is tested and strengthened. Stay the course, for the reward is worth every ounce of effort. As you navigate this journey, be mindful of the stories you tell yourself and others. Words are not just expressions, they are declarations of your belief. Speak only of abundance, possibility, and success. Avoid the temptation to complain or dwell on limitations, for every word you speak reinforces a reality. Let your words be a reflection of the life you are creating, not the life you are leaving behind. Time is not your enemy, it is your ally. Trust in the divine timing of your manifestations. The universe operates with precision, orchestrating events and circumstances in ways that may be invisible to you. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean it is not happening. Trust that every step you take, every thought you think, and every feeling you cultivate is moving you closer to your goal. Patience is not passive, it is an active state of faith. Surround yourself with images, symbols, and reminders of the wealth you desire. Create a vision board, write affirmations, or place objects in your environment that evoke the feelings of abundance. These physical representations serve as anchors for your focus, keeping your vision alive and vibrant. They remind you of what you are creating and reinforce your commitment to the process. Do not fear failure or setbacks. They are not signs that you are off course, but rather opportunities for growth and refinement. Each challenge you face is a lesson, each obstacle a stepping stone. Embrace them as part of your journey, knowing that they are shaping you into the person who can sustain the wealth you are attracting. Failure is not the end, it is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. Your imagination is infinite, and so are your possibilities. Do not limit your vision to what seems reasonable or attainable. Dream boldly, for the size of your vision determines the size of your success. The universe does not recognize limits, it responds to the energy and clarity of your focus. If you can imagine it and believe in it, you can achieve it. Let your imagination be the blueprint for the life of wealth and joy you desire. Take time each day to connect with the stillness within you. This is where your true power lies, in the quiet depths of your being. In this stillness, you can access the wisdom, guidance, and inspiration that will light your path. Meditation, prayer, or simply moments of silence can help you reconnect with your inner world and realign with your vision. This is not a luxury, it is a necessity for those who seek to create extraordinary lives. You are not alone in this journey. There is a force greater than you, a divine intelligence that supports and guides you. Trust in this power and know that it is always working on your behalf. When you feel overwhelmed or uncertain, surrender your doubts to this higher power. Let it carry your burdens and illuminate your path. Faith is not a weakness, it is the greatest strength you can possess. Your wealth is not just a destination, it is a journey of transformation. As you align with abundance, you will discover strengths, talents, and capacities within yourself that you never knew existed. You will grow in confidence, wisdom, and compassion. The person you become in the process of attracting wealth is the greatest reward of all. Let this journey be as much about who you are becoming as it is about what you are achieving. The power to create wealth lies within you, waiting to be awakened. It is not something you must acquire or achieve, it is something you must realize. The moment you shift your focus, you activate this power and set into motion the forces that will bring your desires into reality. Do not wait for permission or approval. Claim your power now and let it guide you to the life of abundance and joy that is your birthright. In closing, remember that the journey to extraordinary wealth and abundance begins and ends within you. It is not a matter of external circumstances or luck, but a deliberate shift in focus, belief, and imagination. As you align your thoughts with your desires and embody the person you wish to become, the world around you will inevitably reshape itself to reflect this new reality. Trust the process, remain steadfast in your vision, and nurture unwavering faith in the unseen. You are a creator, a vessel of infinite potential, and the architect of your destiny. Let your imagination lead, let gratitude anchor you, and let persistence carry you forward. The wealth you seek is already yours in essence. Claim it boldly, live it fully, and let it flow effortlessly into your experience. The life of your dreams is not just possible, it is waiting for you to embrace it. And the quiet moments of life. When the storms seem relentless and the weight of the world rests heavy upon our shoulders, we are often reminded of a profound truth that exists beyond the material realm. This truth, found in the depths of our being, speaks to us of a divine presence, a force far greater than any earthly circumstance. Romans 8, a passage that echoes through the corridors of time, serves as a powerful reminder of this presence and its unwavering commitment to handle every situation that comes our way. In these verses, we are invited to rise above our human limitations, to glimpse the eternal power that lies within us. The Apostle Paul, in his timeless words, encourages us to understand that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate us from the love and power of God. The challenges we face in life are not the final word, they are but moments in a grand unfolding of a divine purpose that transcends our understanding. When we speak of God handling our situation, it is important to recognize that this is not merely a distant or abstract concept. It is a reality that we can tap into at any moment. It is not a matter of waiting for a distant future or hoping for something to happen. It is a matter of aligning ourselves with the eternal law that governs all things. This law, the law of faith, the law of love, is always at work, operating within us and through us, guiding every step of our journey. Paul's words remind us that we are not alone in our struggles. We are not meant to carry our burdens in isolation, to wrestle with our fears and doubts without assistance. No, there is a divine presence that stands with us, a presence that is constantly working behind the scenes to bring about our good. Even when we cannot see the way forward, even when the path appears obscured by the fog of uncertainty, God's plan is unfolding perfectly. This divine presence does not come from outside of us, it comes from within. The kingdom of God is not a distant place, it is a place of consciousness, a place where we recognize the power that dwells in our very being. This power is what will handle every situation in our lives, whether it be health challenges, financial struggles, relationship difficulties, or anything else that causes us to feel fear or doubt. The answer is not in the world outside, it is in the world within. When we truly understand this, we begin to see the world differently. We realize that every circumstance, every challenge is an opportunity for growth, for transformation, for the revealing of this divine presence. It is in the darkest moments that we are often closest to the truth of who we are. Just as the seed must be buried in the darkness of the earth before it can sprout and grow, so too must we sometimes face our deepest fears and challenges before the full measure of our potential can be revealed. The key is not to resist the challenges that life presents, but to recognize them as part of the process. They are the very instruments that God uses to bring about transformation in our lives. When we resist, we push against the flow of divine order. But when we surrender, when we let go of our attachment to outcomes and trust in the process, we align ourselves with the divine will. This is when the miracle happens. This is when we begin to see the manifestation of our desires and the resolution of our challenges. In Romans 8, Paul speaks of the groaning of creation, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of God. This is a powerful image. The entire creation is in a state of anticipation, waiting for us to step into our true power, to recognize the divine potential that resides within us. And what is this power? It is the power to create, to heal, to transform. It is the power to speak the word and watch as it takes shape in the physical realm. But to tap into this power, we must first believe in it. We must believe that the circumstances we face are not random or accidental. They are part of a grand design, a divine plan that is unfolding perfectly. We must believe that the divine is always at work in our lives, whether we see it or not, whether we understand it or not. And as we believe, we align ourselves with this divine power, and it begins to handle our situation in ways that go beyond our imagination. The challenge for many is the temptation to look outside of ourselves for the solution. We are taught from an early age that our success and happiness depend on external circumstances, on the approval of others, on the material possessions we acquire, on the validation we receive from the world. But the truth is that none of these things can ever bring us lasting fulfillment. True fulfillment comes from within, from the recognition of the divine presence that resides in us all. This is why Paul emphasizes that those who are led by the Spirit are the true children of God. It is not about following external rules or striving to meet the expectations of the world. It is about being in tune with the inner voice, the voice of the Spirit, that guides us toward our highest good. This voice speaks to us in the stillness, in the quiet moments when we are open to receive its guidance. It is a voice of love, of peace, and of power. And when we listen to it, when we follow its lead, we find that our situations begin to change. Romans 8 also speaks of the fact that all things work together for good for those who love God and are called according to His purpose. This is a profound statement. It is not just a hopeful sentiment. It is a law, a truth that governs the universe. Everything, absolutely everything, works together for good. The challenges, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, they are all part of the plan. And when we trust in this plan, when we believe that all is well, we begin to see the good that is hidden in every situation. There is a deep peace that comes from this understanding. It is a peace that transcends the circumstances of our lives. It is a peace that comes from knowing that we are not alone, that we are never truly separated from the divine presence. Even when the world around us seems chaotic, we can find peace within. And this peace is the foundation for the manifestation of our desires. When we are at peace, when we are centered in the divine, the universe responds to us in kind. We attract the people, the circumstances, and the opportunities that will bring our desires into being. The process is not always immediate. There may be moments of doubt, moments when we wonder if the divine is really handling our situation. But in those moments, we must remember that God's timing is perfect. We must trust that the process is unfolding exactly as it should, and that every step we take is a step closer to the fulfillment of our desires. Our role is not to control the outcome, but to stay aligned with the divine, to keep our thoughts and emotions in harmony with the good that is already on its way. As we continue to walk in faith, we find that our circumstances begin to shift. Our challenges begin to dissolve. What once seemed impossible becomes possible. And this is the beauty of Romans 8. It is not just a passage of comfort, it is a passage of empowerment. It reminds us that we are co-creators with the divine, that we have the power to shape our reality through our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions. The key, as Paul teaches, is to be led by the Spirit. When we are in tune with the divine within, when we listen to that still, small voice that guides us, we are able to navigate the challenges of life with grace and ease. We are no longer slaves to circumstance, we are masters of our own fate. We become the architects of our own reality, and we watch as the universe conspires in our favor. The message of Romans 8 is simple but profound. God will handle your situation. You do not need to fear. You do not need to worry. All you need to do is trust, believe, and align yourself with the divine. As you do, you will find that everything you need will be provided. You will find that your desires are already on their way. You will find that the universe is not against you, but is working with you, guiding you, and supporting you in every moment. As we continue to walk the path laid before us, it is essential to understand that the universe does not operate in a vacuum. Every moment, every circumstance is interconnected with the greater flow of life that is guided by divine intelligence. When we embrace this truth, we realize that our personal challenges are not isolated incidents, but part of a grand design that serves to reveal the fullness of our potential. It is through the trials and tribulations that we often experience the greatest growth. The key lies in how we perceive these challenges and the belief system we hold in our hearts. Romans 8 speaks to us not as passive observers, but as active participants in this divine plan. We are not here by chance or circumstance. We are here because we have been called according to a higher purpose, a purpose that exists far beyond the limitations of our physical senses. The struggles that we encounter are not there to defeat us, but to teach us, to shape us into the individuals we were always meant to be. And as we grow and evolve, we come to realize that God is not distant, far away, or detached from our experience. God is within, always present, always active, always working in us, and through us to bring about our highest good. When we truly recognize that the divine is actively involved in our lives, we release the burden of trying to figure everything out on our own. So often we exhaust ourselves by attempting to control every outcome, to micromanage every detail, to anticipate every twist and turn in the journey. But in Romans 8, we are reminded that we do not need to bear this burden alone. We do not need to strive in our own strength or labor under the illusion of self-sufficiency. Instead, we are called to surrender, to release our grip on the need for control and trust that God, working within us, will guide us toward the highest good. The Apostles' words to us are clear: all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose. This is not a vague promise or a wishful statement. It is a declaration of divine law. The entire universe is working in harmony to bring forth our good. And though we may not always see it in the moment, the divine is orchestrating every event, every encounter, every experience in such a way that it serves our growth and ultimate fulfillment. The very fact that we face challenges is evidence that we are being prepared for something greater. Challenges are not to be feared. They are the crucible through which we are refined, strengthened, and prepared to step into our next level of potential. The world often teaches us to fear uncertainty, to resist the unknown, to cling to the familiar. But God does not work in the realm of the known and the predictable. Divine power operates in the mysterious and the unseen, in the spaces where we are forced to trust, to believe, and to surrender. This is where the greatest miracles happen, not in the moments of certainty, but in the moments of faith, when we are willing to let go of the illusion of control and trust that all is working for our highest good. As we let go of our need to control and direct every aspect of our lives, we make room for the divine flow to move through us. When we allow ourselves to rest in the knowledge that God will handle our situation, we tap into a power that far exceeds anything we could accomplish on our own. The divine within us knows what we need and when we need it. It knows the paths we should take, the people we should meet, and the experiences that will best shape us into the individuals we are becoming. This trust, this belief, is not blind. It is not a passive resignation to fate. Instead, it is a confident assurance that all is working according to a divine order. It is a recognition that the very challenges we face are the means by which the divine brings us closer to the realization of our potential. It is through the tension, the resistance, the uncertainty, that we come to understand the true nature of who we are and the power that lies within us. When we align ourselves with the divine order, when we choose to trust that God is actively working within us, we shift our perspective. We begin to see every challenge not as an obstacle to our progress, but as a stepping stone to our growth. We begin to recognize that the very things that we once feared are the very things that are shaping us into the individuals we are meant to become. And as we begin to trust this process, we find that things start to fall into place. Our situations begin to change. Our desires are met. Our path becomes clearer. But this process is not always immediate. There may be moments of doubt, moments when we question whether God is really handling our situation. There may be times when it seems as though the challenges only increase, when the path forward seems clouded with uncertainty. But in these moments, it is crucial to hold fast to the truth God is always at work. Even when we cannot see it, even when we cannot feel it, the divine is guiding us. The law of divine order is always in operation, and everything, absolutely everything, is working together for our good. The reason we sometimes feel doubt or confusion is because our senses are trained to look only at the material world. We tend to judge our circumstances by what we see, hear, and experience in the physical realm. But the truth is that the spiritual realm, the realm of the unseen, is the realm of creation. Everything that exists in the physical world was first created in the spiritual realm. It is from this realm that all things flow. When we recognize this, we stop measuring our circumstances by what we see and start aligning ourselves with the truth that exists beyond the physical world. Romans 8 teaches us that nothing in the seen world, nothing in our material circumstances, nothing in our past or present experiences can separate us from the love of God. This love is a force far greater than we can comprehend, and it is always working on our behalf. This love does not operate according to the limitations of time or space. It operates in a realm that transcends our understanding, and it is always bringing us into alignment with the highest good. It works through us, in us, and for us, often in ways that are beyond our immediate comprehension. In order to fully tap into this divine power, we must cultivate an awareness of its presence. We must learn to listen to that still, small voice within that guides us, that reassures us, that speaks to us in the quiet moments when we are open to receive. The more we listen to this voice, the more we align ourselves with the divine flow. And the more we align ourselves with this flow, the more we find that our lives begin to transform in ways we could never have predicted. The truth is that God will always handle our situation if we allow Him to. This does not mean that we become passive or inactive. It means that we stop trying to control every outcome and instead trust that the divine order is already at work in us. It means that we become co-creators with the divine, choosing to act in faith, to move in alignment with the highest good, and to trust that every step we take is part of the greater unfolding of our purpose. When we believe that God is handling our situation, we begin to see the world differently. We stop seeing ourselves as victims of circumstance and start seeing ourselves as active participants in the divine drama of life. We understand that every situation, no matter how challenging, is an opportunity for growth, for transformation, and for the realization of our true potential. As we continue to trust in this divine process, we realize that our lives are not defined by the circumstances we face, but by how we respond to those circumstances. We are not victims of our situations, we are the creators of our experiences. And when we recognize this, we step into our power. We become the masters of our destiny, the co-creators of our reality, and we begin to experience the fullness of the divine plan that has been unfolding all along. So when the storms of life come, and they will come, remember that you are never alone. You are never separated from the divine presence. God is always with you, always guiding you, always handling your situation in ways that go beyond your understanding. Trust in this truth, believe in the divine order, and watch as your life transforms in miraculous ways. Because as Romans 8 teaches, nothing can separate you from the love of God, and with this love, all things are possible. It's easy when faced with uncertainty to succumb to the temptation to believe that we are alone in our struggles, that we are navigating the world by our own strength. This perception is rooted in the limited understanding of the self as separate from the divine. However, Romans 8 reminds us that we are never isolated in our journey. We are not solitary beings fending for ourselves in a chaotic world. We are children of the divine, woven into the fabric of a perfect, harmonious universe that is always working for our highest good. It is this awareness that shifts everything in our lives. The more we internalize this truth, the more we come to understand that every moment, every circumstance, is part of a larger orchestration, a symphony that is being conducted by a force far greater than ourselves. The divine does not act in the randomness that we sometimes perceive in the world. There is no chance, no coincidence. Every event, every encounter, every challenge is carefully timed and arranged to lead us toward the fulfillment of our divine purpose. If we could only see the entire picture the way the divine sees it, we would never question the process. We would never feel the need to rush or resist. We would trust fully in the journey, knowing that all is well, that God is handling our situation, even when things seem to be spiraling out of control. This is the key to peace, to surrender to the knowing that we are not the ones carrying the burden. We are not the ones responsible for making things happen. We are not the ones who need to figure out the how or the when. Our only role is to trust, to align ourselves with the divine, and to follow the guidance that comes from within. But what does this alignment look like in practical terms? It begins with faith, the belief that everything is working for your good, no matter what it looks like in the present moment. It's the unwavering confidence that the divine is present in every situation, even when circumstances seem contrary to what we desire. It's the inner knowing that what we see is not the final truth, that there is more happening beneath the surface than our senses can perceive. This type of faith requires a shift in perspective. It requires seeing beyond the physical, beyond the immediate reality that surrounds us. It means tuning into the voice within, the voice of intuition, and allowing it to guide us through the noise of the world. It means embracing the idea that we are not alone, that there is a divine intelligence at work in us and through us, guiding us every step of the way. When we trust in the divine orchestration of our lives, we cease to see ourselves as victims of our circumstances. We stop blaming others or external factors for the challenges we face. Instead, we begin to take responsibility for our role in the unfolding of our lives. We begin to see that our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions are all part of the co-creation process. When we align ourselves with the truth that all things are working together for our good, we start to realize that we are active participants in the manifestation of our reality. The beauty of Romans 8 is that it reminds us that we are not passive recipients of life's circumstances, but rather we are empowered co-creators of our experience. This power resides within us, and it is activated through our thoughts, words, and beliefs. We cannot change the past, but we have the ability to shift our present moment by shifting our perspective. We are not bound by the limitations of our past mistakes, our current circumstances, or the opinions of others. We are free to choose how we respond, to decide how we want to experience life. And as we choose to align ourselves with the truth that God is handling our situation, we begin to see the results in our lives. Things begin to change not because we are striving or forcing outcomes, but because we are allowing the divine to work through us. When we stop fighting against what is, when we stop resisting the flow of life, we open ourselves up to the miraculous. We create space for the divine to intervene, to step in, and to handle situations in ways we could never have imagined. This divine flow is not limited by time or space. It transcends the physical laws of the universe. What may seem impossible in the material world is effortlessly handled by the divine intelligence that governs all of existence. The very challenges that seem to block your path are the means by which the divine works through you to bring about your greatest good. Each obstacle, each delay is an opportunity for growth, an invitation to trust more deeply in the process, and to expand into a higher version of yourself. It is in these moments of uncertainty, of difficulty, that our faith is tested and strengthened. We are invited to release our grip on the physical world and trust in the unseen, the spiritual realm, where everything is already in divine order. So This does not mean ignoring the physical reality, but it means recognizing that the physical world is a reflection of the inner world. As we cultivate inner peace, trust, and surrender, we shift the energy around us and create the space for divine solutions to emerge. One of the most profound aspects of Romans 8 is its assurance that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate us from the love of God. This love is the most powerful force in the universe, and it is always at work in our lives. It does not matter what challenges we face, what setbacks we encounter, or how far we may seem to be from our desired outcome. The love of God is always with us, always guiding us, always making a way where there seems to be no way. When we truly internalize this truth, when we really understand that we are always held in the embrace of divine love, we become unstoppable. No matter what comes our way, we know that we are divinely supported. We know that the power of the divine is greater than any obstacle, greater than any challenge. And when we stand in this truth, we find that things begin to shift around us. We begin to see solutions where there were once problems. We begin to attract the people and circumstances that we need to fulfill our purpose. The power of surrender lies in the understanding that we are not alone, that the divine is always with us, and that our journey is being guided by a force far greater than ourselves. When we fully embrace this truth, we find that the tension we feel in our daily lives begins to ease. We are no longer weighed down by the pressure of trying to make things happen. We are no longer consumed by fear, doubt, or worry. We trust, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that God is handling our situation. As we move forward in life, it is essential to remember that we are never truly alone. We are divinely supported in every moment. The divine is always working in us and through us to bring about our highest good. When we align ourselves with this truth, we stop resisting the flow of life. We stop fighting against the current, and instead we move with it, trusting that it will carry us exactly where we need to go. And in those moments when the path seems unclear, when the way forward is not yet visible, we trust. We trust in the process, we trust in the divine intelligence that is guiding us, and we trust that all things are working together for our good. In this trust we find peace. In this peace we find power. And in this power we find the ability to move forward with confidence, knowing that God is handling our situation, and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. As we delve deeper into the understanding of Romans 8, we realize that every step of our journey is a manifestation of divine will, unfolding perfectly as it should. This powerful truth invites us to let go of our need for control and to embrace the flow of life with complete trust. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to divine intervention. When we truly trust, we are no longer plagued by anxiety, fear, or doubt. We allow the divine to work through us, to handle our situations, and to guide us with infinite wisdom. It is easy to get caught up in the external world, the pressures, the demands, the expectations of others, and the constant need to do more, to be more. But Romans 8 challenges us to go beyond the surface level concerns and to focus on the internal alignment with our higher self. The strength to handle our circumstances does not lie in the physical world. It does not lie in the opinions of others, nor in the resources that we seem to lack. True strength comes from our alignment with the divine, from knowing that we are part of something far greater than ourselves. When we tune into this truth, we begin to see that the external world is simply a reflection of our inner state of being. When we feel overwhelmed or burdened, it is often because we are trying to control things that are beyond our control. We are holding on to fears, doubts, and worries, believing that we must somehow manage everything on our own. But when we release these burdens and hand them over to the divine, we open ourselves up to a miraculous shift. The divine is not bound by time or space. It operates outside of the limitations that we impose upon ourselves. When we allow ourselves to step into this truth, we can feel the weight of our worries lift, knowing that everything is already taken care of. Romans 8 teaches us that the divine will always provide, always make a way, and always work things out for our good. The law of divine order is always at work, and everything is unfolding according to a divine plan, even if we cannot yet see it. It's important to remember that faith is not blind belief but a deep knowing that everything is working together for your highest good. Faith is the certainty that God is with you, guiding you, and orchestrating your life in a way that leads you to your ultimate purpose. It is in this knowing that we find peace. When we live from a place of trust, we begin to see the world with different eyes. We stop focusing on the problems and start focusing on the solutions. We stop being consumed by fear and start being energized by hope. In every circumstance, we find an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to trust more deeply, an opportunity to allow the divine to work in us and through us. It is in this space that miracles begin to happen, not as a result of our striving or effort, but as a result of our surrender to the divine flow. The challenges we face are not roadblocks but stepping stones, guiding us toward the fulfillment of our highest purpose. We are not meant to avoid challenges but to embrace them, knowing that they are opportunities for transformation. Every difficulty, every setback, is a chance to deepen our trust in the divine plan. When we face challenges with faith, we create space for the divine to step in and handle the situation. We stop trying to control everything and allow ourselves to be guided to the perfect solution. One of the most liberating aspects of Romans 8 is the assurance that God is with us through it all. We are never abandoned, never left to navigate our challenges alone. The divine presence is always with us, offering guidance, strength, and comfort. It is only when we forget this truth that we feel lost or helpless. But when we remember that we are never alone, when we embrace the truth that God is handling our situation, we find the strength to move forward with grace and confidence. This divine support is not limited to certain areas of our lives, but extends to every aspect of our being. It encompasses our health, our relationships, our finances, and our purpose. There is no area of our lives that is outside of the reach of divine guidance. When we learn to trust, we begin to see how the divine is working in every aspect of our lives, aligning everything perfectly for our highest good. We no longer need to worry or doubt, because we know that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Romans 8 speaks to the power of God's love, a love that is unwavering and unchanging, a love that transcends all obstacles. This love is the foundation of everything. It is the force that holds the universe together, and it is the force that holds our lives together. When we align ourselves with this love, we align ourselves with the very source of all creation. In this alignment, we find peace, clarity, and strength. We are no longer controlled by fear or doubt, but we are empowered by love, knowing that everything is working out for our good. In those moments when the way forward seems unclear, when the path ahead is shrouded in darkness, we are invited to trust. Trust that the divine is handling everything. Trust that the perfect solution is already in place. Trust that everything is unfolding according to divine timing. This trust is not passive, it is an active engagement with the divine, an active decision to surrender our limited understanding and embrace the wisdom that comes from a higher source. When we make this choice, we open ourselves to the miraculous. We create space for the divine to step in and handle our situation in ways that we could never have imagined. This is the power of surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up or giving in, it means letting go of the need to control and allowing the divine to take the reins. It means trusting that the divine knows what is best for us, even when we cannot see it. It means accepting that our human understanding is limited, but that the divine wisdom that guides us is infinite. When we make this choice, we step into a new level of power, a power that comes from alignment with the divine, not from our own efforts. Romans 8 teaches us that nothing can separate us from the love of God. No matter what challenges we face, no matter how dire our circumstances may seem, we are never separated from divine love. This love is always with us, always with us, always guiding us, always supporting us. It is this love that gives us the strength to face any challenge, to overcome any obstacle, and to move forward with confidence and trust. When we remember this truth, when we align ourselves with the divine love that is always present, we find that the struggles we face begin to lose their power over us. We no longer feel defeated by life's challenges. Instead, we see them as opportunities for growth, as invitations to trust more deeply, and as reminders of the divine support that is always available to us. With each step we take in faith, we move closer to the realization that everything is already taken care of, that the divine is handling our situation, and that all is well. And so we move forward with confidence, knowing that we are divinely supported, knowing that we are never alone, and knowing that God is handling our situation. In this knowing we find peace, we find strength, and we find the courage to face whatever comes our way. The divine has a plan for us, a perfect plan that is unfolding in every moment. All we need to do is trust, surrender, and allow the divine to work through us, knowing that everything is already taken care of. In conclusion, as we reflect on the powerful teachings of Romans 8, we are reminded that the divine is always at work in our lives, orchestrating every detail with infinite wisdom and love. Our role is not to struggle, to force things into being, or to control the outcome, but to trust, surrender, and allow the divine to handle our situations. When we release our worries and step into alignment with the divine, we create space for miracles to unfold in ways we could never have imagined. No matter what challenges we face, we are never alone. The love and support of the divine are ever present, guiding us, strengthening us, and providing for us. Every obstacle is an opportunity to deepen our trust, to surrender more fully, and to embrace the peace that comes from knowing everything is unfolding according to a divine plan. As we walk forward in faith, we can be assured that God is handling our situation. We are divinely supported, never separated from the love and wisdom that guide us. Let us embrace the truth that everything is already taken care of, and step into each moment with confidence, knowing that we are held in the perfect care of the divine. To be the luckiest in the world begins with a shift in perspective. Luck is not something that falls from the sky, it is a mindset, a belief that the world conspires in your favor when you choose to see it that way. Most people think of luck as a fleeting chance, a random stroke of fortune. But true luck stems from aligning your thoughts, actions, and emotions with a purpose that resonates deeply within you. When you decide that you are lucky, the universe reflects that decision back to you in the form of opportunities, relationships, and blessings. The first step is gratitude. When you appreciate what you already have, you open the door to receive more. Gratitude transforms what might seem ordinary into something extraordinary. It creates a magnetic energy around you that draws in even more to be thankful for. The person who sees their life through the lens of gratitude cannot help but feel lucky, because they recognize how much they already possess. Another key is to prepare yourself for opportunities. Luck is often described as the intersection of preparation and opportunity. When you consistently work on your skills, expand your knowledge, and step out of your comfort zone, you position yourself to seize the moments others might miss. The luckiest people are those who are ready to act when the chance arises, while others are too hesitant or unprepared to do so. Belief is also powerful. If you tell yourself you are lucky, your mind begins to seek evidence to support that belief. It's not about denying challenges or pretending everything is perfect, but rather about choosing to focus on the possibilities instead of the obstacles. Your belief shapes your reality. When you truly believe you are lucky, your actions, decisions, and even your energy align with that conviction, creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. Surrounding yourself with positivity plays an essential role. The company you keep influences your mindset and your outlook on life. When you are around people who inspire, encourage, and uplift you, you naturally adopt their energy. Avoid the voices that dwell on negativity, as they will only cloud your ability to see the blessings around you. Instead, choose to build a community that reinforces your belief in your own luck and potential. Kindness and generosity amplify your luck. When you give freely, whether it's your time, resources, or support, you create a cycle of abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. Luck seems to follow those who act with selflessness and compassion, as their actions ripple out into the world, creating opportunities for themselves and others. Finally, trust in divine timing. Life unfolds in ways that are sometimes beyond our understanding, and what may seem like misfortune at one moment often turns out to be a blessing in disguise. Trust that there is a greater plan at work, and your role is to remain open and faithful. The luckiest people are those who trust the process, knowing that every experience, good or bad, is shaping them for something greater. To be the luckiest in the world is to choose to see yourself that way, to act as though luck is always on your side, and to trust that every step you take brings you closer to the life you desire. Luck is an energy, a force that we often underestimate or misunderstand. It is not a product of random occurrences or external circumstances alone, it is born from within. To truly embody the luckiest version of yourself, you must become attuned to the principles that govern both your inner world and the external world. Your thoughts, emotions, actions, and connections all work in harmony to create the life you live. And when these are aligned with an unwavering sense of faith and possibility, luck seems to flow effortlessly. Begin with the realization that luck is a choice. At every moment, you have the power to define how you perceive your circumstances. What appears as a setback to one person may be seen as an opportunity by another. The key difference lies in how they choose to respond. Challenges are inevitable, but within every challenge lies the seed of something greater. When you train your mind to look for these hidden blessings, you unlock a level of awareness that allows you to transform difficulties into stepping stones. The luckiest individuals are not those who avoid problems, but those who turn their problems into possibilities. Every day presents countless small moments where luck can be cultivated. For instance, the simple act of starting your day with intention sets the tone for what follows. If you wake up grateful, declaring that today is filled with opportunities, you activate a mindset that naturally attracts positive outcomes. On the other hand, if you allow your first thoughts to be those of worry or negativity, you set a tone that may invite more of the same. Luck begins in these quiet, often unnoticed moments where you decide how to approach life. Your actions are equally significant. Luck is not just about wishing or hoping, it is about doing. The most fortunate people are often the ones who take consistent, determined action toward their goals. They are willing to put in the effort even when the results aren't immediately visible. This willingness to persist, to try again, and to keep moving forward creates momentum. That momentum, when coupled with belief and preparation, generates opportunities that others might call luck. But in truth, it is the result of dedication and faith working hand in hand. It's important to nurture a mindset of abundance. Many people live with a scarcity mentality, always fearing that there isn't enough money, enough love, enough success to go around. This belief limits them and creates barriers to their own luck. The luckiest individuals, however, operate from a place of abundance. They believe there is more than enough for everyone, including themselves, and this belief allows them to take risks, share generously, and trust the flow of life. When you adopt this perspective, you stop clinging to what you have and open yourself to receive even more. Connection is another essential factor. No one becomes lucky in isolation. The relationships you build and the energy you bring to those relationships have a profound effect on your life. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in you. Be the type of person who uplifts others, and you will find that the universe returns that energy to you in unexpected ways. Luck often comes through the hands of others through an introduction, a recommendation, or a helping hand at just the right moment. But these moments don't happen by accident, they are the result of the connections you have nurtured over time. Faith plays an irreplaceable role in cultivating luck. Whether you call it faith in God, the universe, or simply the power of life itself, this belief allows you to remain grounded and hopeful, even when circumstances seem uncertain. Faith assures you that there is a reason for everything, and that your path is unfolding exactly as it should. When you operate from this place of trust, you find yourself less anxious and more open to the possibilities around you. This openness is where luck thrives. It is the space where miracles happen, often when you least expect them. Luck also favors the courageous. To take risks, to step into the unknown, and to trust yourself when others doubt you, these are the traits of the truly fortunate. Many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect conditions before they act. But those who are considered lucky understand that perfection is an illusion. They act despite their fears, despite the uncertainties, and in doing so, they create their own luck. Courage is a magnet for opportunities because it signals to the world that you are ready and willing to grow. Another key is self-awareness. To be lucky, you must know yourself deeply, your strengths, your weaknesses, your values, and your desires. Luck is not about chasing what everyone else wants or following the crowd. It is about aligning with what truly matters to you. When you are clear about who you are and what you stand for, you attract situations and people that resonate with your authenticity. This alignment creates a natural flow in your life where things seem to fall into place effortlessly. Visualization is a powerful tool for inviting luck into your life. When you vividly imagine the life you desire, you train your mind to focus on what is possible. This focus then influences your actions and decisions, steering you toward the outcomes you envision. Visualization is not just about seeing, it is about feeling. When you can feel the joy, gratitude, and excitement of having what you want, you align your energy with the reality you are creating. This alignment is where luck often emerges, as the universe responds to the clarity and conviction of your vision. Patience is perhaps one of the most underrated aspects of being lucky. In a world that demands instant results, patience allows you to stay the course even when progress seems slow. The luckiest people understand that timing is everything and that rushing often leads to mistakes or missed opportunities. They trust the process and remain steadfast, knowing that their efforts will bear fruit in due time. Patience, combined with persistence, is a formula for success that many mistake for luck. Celebrate every win, no matter how small. Recognize the moments when things go your way, and take a moment to appreciate them. Celebration reinforces your belief in your own luck and encourages you to keep going. The more you acknowledge the good in your life, the more you attract. Luck is not a destination but a journey, one that unfolds as you move forward with faith, gratitude, and courage. When you see life as a gift and each moment as an opportunity to grow, you will realize that luck has been with you all along. Luck at its core is deeply tied to the energy you emit and the choices you make. It is not something external or uncontrollable, but rather a force that you influence with your intentions, beliefs, and behaviors. To step into a life where you feel like the luckiest person in the world, you must cultivate an unwavering sense of trust in the flow of life and an openness to all the gifts it holds. This trust begins with recognizing that life does not happen to you, it happens for you. Every experience, whether joyful or challenging, carries the seeds of growth, wisdom, and transformation. A key part of embodying luck is resilience. Life is unpredictable, and there will be moments when things do not go as planned. However, the luckiest people view setbacks not as the end of the road, but as redirection. They understand that obstacles are often opportunities in disguise. When one door closes, another opens, often leading to a path that is even better than the one they envisioned. This ability to bounce back, to see potential even in the face of adversity, creates a momentum that propels them toward greater opportunities. Luck also thrives on self-belief. When you believe in yourself, you emit a confidence that attracts people, opportunities, and experiences aligned with your highest potential. Self-doubt, on the other hand, creates resistance and blocks the flow of luck into your life. To be the luckiest in the world, you must cultivate an unshakable faith in your abilities, your worth, and your purpose. This faith does not mean arrogance or ignoring your limitations, rather. It is about recognizing that you are capable of growth and worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Generosity is another often overlooked component of luck. When you give freely, whether it's your time, knowledge, resources, or encouragement, you create a ripple effect of positivity. This ripple not only benefits others, but also circles back to you in unexpected ways. Acts of kindness and selflessness generate a sense of abundance and interconnectedness, both of which are fertile ground for luck to grow. The more you give, the more you receive, and the luckiest people are often those who have given the most. Presence is vital to recognizing and seizing luck. Too often people miss out on opportunities because they are distracted, preoccupied, or stuck in the past or future. To be lucky, you must cultivate mindfulness and live fully in the present moment. It is in the now that opportunities arise, connections are made, and decisions take shape. When you are present, you become more attuned to the subtle cues and synchronicities that guide you toward your desires. Luck often appears in the form of a chance meeting, an offhand comment, or an unexpected turn of events, but you can only recognize these moments when you are fully engaged in the present. Adaptability is another hallmark of those who are considered lucky. The world is constantly changing, and rigid thinking can prevent you from seeing the possibilities in front of you. Being flexible and open to new ideas, perspectives, and approaches allows you to navigate life's twists and turns with ease. This adaptability creates a sense of flow, enabling you to pivot when needed and take advantage of opportunities that others might overlook. Luck favors those who are willing to embrace change and see it as a chance to grow. To feel like the luckiest in the world, you must also embrace curiosity. Curiosity opens the door to learning, exploration, and discovery. It encourages you to ask questions, seek new experiences, and step outside your comfort zone. The more curious you are, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Curiosity also helps you see the world with fresh eyes, making even ordinary moments feel extraordinary. This sense of wonder and openness is a magnet for luck, as it invites new possibilities into your life. Another profound way to align with luck is to trust your intuition. Your intuition is your inner compass, guiding you toward the choices and actions that are most aligned with your true self. While logic and reasoning have their place, intuition often leads you to opportunities that your mind cannot predict. The luckiest people are those who listen to that quiet inner voice, even when it goes against conventional wisdom. Trusting your intuition requires courage and faith, but it is one of the most powerful ways to invite luck into your life. Forgiveness is also an essential element of luck. Holding on to resentment, anger, or regret creates emotional blocks that prevent you from moving forward. When you forgive, you free yourself from the weight of the past and create space for new blessings to enter your life. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about choosing to release the hold it has on you. The luckiest people are those who let go of what no longer serves them, allowing themselves to step into a future unburdened by the pain of the past. Embracing joy is another way to amplify luck in your life. Joy is a powerful magnetic energy that attracts positivity and abundance. When you allow yourself to experience joy, you raise your vibration and align with the frequency of all the good things life has to offer. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect, rather. It means finding moments of happiness and gratitude even in the midst of difficulty. Joy is a reminder that life is meant to be lived fully and richly, and when you embody this energy, you naturally draw luck into your experience. Gratitude, faith, action, and resilience work together to create a life that feels blessed and abundant. Recognizing your ability to influence your luck is the first step toward truly becoming the luckiest person in the world. By shifting your mindset, aligning your actions with your desires, and remaining open to the infinite possibilities around you, you step into a life where luck becomes a natural, inevitable part of your journey. Luck is not just about external circumstances aligning perfectly, it is about the internal harmony you cultivate within yourself. When you are at peace with who you are and confident in your journey, you create an inner alignment that attracts opportunities, blessings, and positive outcomes. This inner alignment comes from knowing your values, staying true to your purpose, and honoring the unique gifts you bring to the world. The luckiest people are those who trust their path and embrace their individuality without trying to fit into molds or meet the expectations of others. One of the most transformative ways to cultivate luck is through gratitude. Gratitude amplifies what you already have and opens the door for more abundance to flow into your life. When you focus on what is going well, you shift your perspective from lack to abundance. This shift in mindset changes how you interact with the world and how the world responds to you. Gratitude is a multiplier. It takes even the smallest blessings and magnifies their impact on your life. Those who feel lucky are not necessarily the ones who have the most, but those who are most grateful for what they have. Another cornerstone of luck is perseverance. Luck is not just about fleeting moments of chance, it is built on the foundation of consistent effort and determination. The luckiest individuals are often those who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes, refining their skills, overcoming setbacks, and staying committed to their goals. They understand that success is not an overnight phenomenon, but a culmination of small, deliberate steps taken with faith and purpose. Perseverance is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, and it is through this commitment to growth that luck begins to unfold. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your sense of luck. Surrounding yourself with people who inspire, uplift, and challenge you to grow creates an atmosphere where opportunities flourish. The people you spend time with influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions. To be the luckiest in the world, you must be intentional about cultivating relationships that align with your values and vision. Positive, supportive connections not only enhance your sense of well-being but also open doors to experiences and possibilities you might not have discovered on your own. Embracing a mindset of abundance is another vital step toward cultivating luck. An abundant mindset recognizes that there is enough success, happiness, and opportunity for everyone. It replaces envy and competition with collaboration and generosity. When you believe in abundance, you are more likely to celebrate others' victories and share your own resources and knowledge freely. This creates a cycle of giving and receiving that enriches everyone involved. An abundant mindset shifts your focus from scarcity to possibility, allowing you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Self-care is another often overlooked element of feeling lucky. When you prioritize your physical, mental, and emotional well-being, you operate from a place of strength and balance. This balance allows you to approach challenges with clarity and resilience, making it easier to navigate the uncertainties of life. Self-care also includes setting boundaries, protecting your energy, and saying no to things that do not align with your values or goals. The luckiest people are those who recognize that taking care of themselves is not selfish but essential for showing up fully in their lives and for others. Visualization is a powerful tool for creating a sense of luck. When you visualize your goals and dreams with clarity and emotion, you align your energy with the reality you wish to create. Visualization helps you focus on what you want rather than what you fear, shifting your attention to the possibilities rather than the limitations. It also trains your mind to recognize opportunities and resources that can help you achieve your desires. The luckiest individuals often attribute their success to their ability to see the outcome they wanted long before it manifested in their reality. Belief in divine timing is another aspect of cultivating luck. Sometimes what appears to be a delay or setback is actually life aligning the pieces perfectly for your greater good. Trusting that everything happens for a reason and at the right time can relieve the pressure of trying to control every outcome. This trust allows you to surrender to the flow of life while still taking inspired action toward your goals. The luckiest people understand that patience and faith are just as important as effort and ambition. Your words and thoughts hold immense power in shaping your reality and sense of luck. When you speak words of affirmation and positivity, you create a mental and emotional state that attracts similar energy. Conversely, negative self-talk and limiting beliefs can block the flow of luck and opportunities. To be the luckiest person in the world, you must become aware of your inner dialogue and consciously choose words that uplift and empower you. The way you speak to yourself sets the tone for how you approach life and how life responds to you. Celebration is another important factor in feeling lucky. Taking time to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small, creates a sense of momentum and fulfillment. Celebration reinforces the belief that you are on the right path and encourages you to keep moving forward. It also signals to the universe that you are ready to receive more of what brings you joy and success. The luckiest people are those who make space for gratitude and celebration in their daily lives, recognizing that every step forward is a step worth honoring. To truly feel like the luckiest person in the world, you must also embrace the unknown. Life is full of surprises, and some of the greatest blessings come from unexpected sources. Being open to the mystery of life and trusting that it has your best interests at heart creates a sense of wonder and possibility. This openness allows you to approach each day with excitement and curiosity, ready to receive whatever the universe has in store. The luckiest people are those who see the unknown not as something to fear but as a space where miracles happen. Love is at the heart of a life filled with luck. When you lead with love, whether it's in your relationships, your work, or your interactions with strangers, you create an energy that attracts positivity and goodwill. Love transcends fear, scarcity, and doubt, replacing them with connection, abundance, and faith. The luckiest people are those who prioritize love in all they do, understanding that it is the most powerful force for creating a life of joy, fulfillment, and success. When you radiate love, you align yourself with the highest vibration, making luck not just an occasional occurrence but a constant presence in your life. In the end, being the luckiest person in the world is not about chance but about choice. It is a deliberate decision to see the beauty in every moment, to embrace challenges as opportunities, and to trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. Luck is the product of a grateful heart, a determined spirit, and an open mind that welcomes the unknown with faith and courage. When you align your actions, thoughts, and intentions with positivity, love, and purpose, you create a reality where blessings flow freely. The luckiest life is one where you believe in your power to shape your destiny while trusting in the divine forces that guide you. It is about finding joy in the journey, celebrating every step forward, and sharing your light with the world. Remember, the seeds of luck are already within you. All you need to do is nurture them with gratitude, perseverance, and a heart full of love. When you do, you won't just feel lucky, you will become a beacon of luck, radiating abundance and inspiring others to do the same.